going on, Dan? You can hear me? What up, Big Cheese? Can you hear me? Hey, what's up, brother? How's everything going? How's everything at work? Man, it's still windy over there. I work in industry, so like right now we're not dealing with the winds out here in industry. But I mean, I live in Upland, but I didn't know it was still windy outside of that, in that area. Hi, Margie. How you doing? It's been a long time. I'm okay. Just getting out of work right now. So I go back to chemotherapy next week. Finally, after 2 months of fighting with these people, they finally approved my medication. So I go back next Thursday for my first chemotherapy since September. I haven't been on since September, so that's why my body's all messed up right now. That's why I go through all the pain that I'm going through because I haven't had no chemotherapy, and these tumors keep growing. So, but finally, after months of dealing with the insurance companies and all that, I finally got my medication. So I go back Thursday. I think it might be for like 5 weeks or 6 weeks, something like that. Once a week, I think. Yeah, it took a minute. It took a minute to get approved. But like even like today, they called me. The pharmacy, no, the insurance company called me, and she says she's a representative for the insurance company and that she's working on my case and all this other shit, and she's trying to figure out what's going on. But she's asked me questions that she should know. And finally, I went off on her because she's like, "Well, have you gotten your medication, your pain medication?" I said, "Yeah, I paid for it. I got it because I paid for it out of my pocket, but I didn't get it because you guys gave it to me. I had to pay for it." And she's asking stupid questions. So I finally went off on her. I said, "You know what, man? I'm getting tired of talking to you guys. You guys send somebody else every single time to talk to me, but you guys ain't fixing the problem." You know what I mean? They call me. I said, "Why don't you call the doctors and you guys figure it out, and then call me back when you finally figured the problem out because it ain't me." So now I'm just waiting on to see if they approve my pain medication without me having. I mean, I get the pain medication, but I got to pay for it out of my pocket. So yeah, they I don't know what the hell's going on. The insurance company is United Healthcare is. At first, everything was fine for the first couple of years, but now it's just. I don't know if it's because of that shit that happened with the CEO, but now it's hard. It's hard to get medications and all that other shit. Um, yeah, my wife has to call them and argue with them. And not only them, but also the doctors. My wife has to be like a mediator between the two and try to get them to be on this, on the same level, because one's blaming that one's blaming the other. The insurance saying, well, they're not doing this right, and they're saying we're doing it wrong. They're just not doing this, or they're not returning our phone calls, and it's all kinds of bullshit. It's been 2 months of dealing with it, and it's because of my wife that I finally got my chemotherapy medication. Not because they were going out of their way to help me out. So we'll see what this next round of chemotherapy does. I'm just hoping that it gives me some kind of energy back and some kind of appetite, because I don't feel like eating no more. I just, if you get sick every time you eat, and then you just don't have the appetite no more. It's like, why would I want to eat if I'm just gonna get sick? So you just don't have the appetite to eat nothing. Yeah, well, hopefully, people that are going through this kind of shit, will find it in themselves to keep on going, because I still go to work. These people cut me off at my job. They cut me off my FMLA without telling me. So that's another issue I'm going through at work right now. They're trying to give me points for not going to work, and I say, wait a minute, I got FMLA. Well, they're like, well, yeah, your FMLA is over. It's up. I said, no, it's not over until March 31st. They're like, no, you ran out of hours. I was like, well, how the fuck am I supposed to know that? You guys don't have no counter telling me when my hours are up. And so now I had to have a shop steward up there with me in the office dealing with the manager or the supervisor, because they're trying to give me points. Because once you hit 9 points, they'll fire you. So they're like, well, you're at 9 points. We have to have a meeting. And I said, no. This is your fault. HR's fault, not mine. It has nothing to do with me. So I was like, well, I'm not going to sign the paperwork. We have to go and have a conference, because they're quick to fire you. You know what I mean? Your job's quick to fire you. And even when I was talking to one of my other buddies down in the lunchroom after I had went up to the office, he was like, man, you're proving that all we are is numbers to these people. And I said, yeah, because they don't give a shit. They don't care what I'm going through. They just want to give me points so they can fire me. And they'll post my job tomorrow if they fire me today. Quick, my job will be up and somebody else will get it. Even though I'm union, it's better for me because I'm union, and the shop stewards and the union will come to fight for me. But it's just a simple fact that they don't give a shit, that they're going to try to give you as many points they can so they can get rid of you. And so that's what I'm going through with them right now. And then it's kind of funny because, and I'm not into all this conspiracy type shit, but it's kind of funny that yesterday is when they kicked me off my FMLA without telling me. And then all of a sudden they're like, hey, you need to go do a random drug test. And I'm like, all right, I'll go do a drug test. So when I went to do the drug test, I let them know right then and there, hey, I'm going to tell you right now that I have fentanyl and Percocet in my system. But I have prescriptions. So I'll let you guys know that right now before you guys test me and you guys go ahead and find out that it's there. I have prescriptions for it. So they were like, okay, they wrote all that stuff down. I did my piss test. I was expecting to hear something back from them today, thinking that they're gonna call, like, okay, well, we need your prescription number so we can verify it. They haven't done it yet, so I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'll hear something on Monday. But yeah, so then they called me up today in the office, like, hey, you're at 9 points. We need to have a conference with you because you could get terminated. So I said, well, it's not my fault. This is your guys' fault, HR. And so me and the shop steward were dealing with it, but they said, okay, well, we'll have another meeting, Monday. So I gotta wait till Monday to find out what they're gonna do. But they can't fire me though. This is not my fault. Yeah, I need to figure out something with them because it even shows on my app for my payroll and all that my FMLA does not end until March 31st, and we're barely in January with 9th or 10th, and they kicked me out without telling me and say, no, you ain't got no hours. Well, I said, well, it goes by, it shows here March 31st. I don't know nothing about hours. I know this is right here, and I showed it to him. I said, look, what does it say? March 31st is when my FMLA is up. And I said, so how the fuck am I supposed to know about these hours? You guys didn't put that on the website, so I'm gonna try to see if I can get them to pay me for that day that I was off without giving me points. But yeah, they don't care. They'll get rid of you as fast as they can. But and I really don't care if they fire me. Like they're actually if they fire me, they'd be doing me a favor. Because right now I can't collect disability. I mean I can, but I don't have a lot of disability because I used it all 2 years ago. I used my disability. You have to build up disability, and so I don't have a lot in there. If they fired me, I can collect unemployment. I'll get more money off unemployment than I will disability because of the amount of money that's in disability. So if they fired me, they'd be doing me a favor. But if they fire me, I don't have insurance no more. So then I'm fucked on that end. And then my wife, her company, they'll pick up the insurance like they did last time. But my wife has to pay $1,000 a month for insurance when I'm only paying like like 150 every 2 weeks. So like $300 a month compared to her having to pay $1,000 a month for me to be on insurance so I can continue to get medical care. So it's like a little fucking thing. It's like a game that I'm playing with them. I'm trying to maneuver and figure things out. You know, 'cause I even thought about the other day. So you know what? Fuck it. I'll just let my time run out. I'll just keep taking days off until they fire me, and then I'll collect my unemployment. But then when I was thinking about after I thought about it, I said, oh shit, I won't have insurance no more. Then my wife's gonna have to pick up the insurance. So I was like, no, I can't do that. So I got to try to stay at work. And even like now, without FMLA, it's hard. It's hard now because I have to stay there. Like today, my feeding tube has been leaking all day, and I don't know why. It doesn't leak this bad. It's never leaked this bad, but it's leaking. And I can't even go home to like fix it, to do anything. I just got to stay there. And even when I'm feeling terrible, I got to stay there. I can't leave because they'll give me half a point for leaving. See, it's like they don't care, and even the guys that I work with are like, that's fucked up that you can't even leave if you're feeling bad. Like you have stage 4 cancer and you tell me I'm sick, I need to go home. They're like, yeah, go ahead and go home, but we're gonna give you half a point for leaving. So it's kind of fucked up because I gotta stay there. I gotta stay all day so I don't get points. Because I can't get fired because I need the insurance. So I don't know. I just gotta keep maneuvering this shit and moving things around and trying to figure things out. And that's the hard part because you know I gotta deal with the cancer shit. I gotta still work. You know, and I'm over here trying to be strategic and move shit around to figure things out. You know, and how not to lose my job and how to keep my insurance, and you know, it's a hassle every single day that I gotta sit down and try to figure these things out, or just even being at work or getting up in the morning. Like I didn't want to get this morning. I didn't want to come to work. I woke up like at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I was like, shit. The pain was terrible. The pain was terrible, and I'm laying there like, fuck. I can't call up. I have sick days. But you use those up real quick. So I only have like 5 sick days for a year. So I was like, it's barely January, I can't use them right now. So I was like, this morning I woke up in excruciating pain at 2 in the morning. And I didn't want to get up, I didn't want to go to work. But I said, I gotta go because if I don't, they're gonna fire me. I won't have insurance. So I gotta go. I gotta deal with it. So I went to work and just dealt with it all day. The pain is not so bad right now. Sometimes it's bad, and sometimes it'll subside. So that's why I'm hoping that the chemotherapy that I'm gonna go through next week. Hopefully that, because usually that shit starts working right away. Usually, uh, you'll start to feel like different, like right away. Like the very first time I ever had chemotherapy, I couldn't eat that day. I hadn't eaten for a very long time, and I wanted to eat so bad, but every time I tried to eat, I would get sick and I would throw up. I could not eat because the tumor in my throat was too big, and I couldn't swallow. And right after I had chemotherapy, I was really hungry. It was the very first time I did chemotherapy, and I was really hungry. And I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna try to eat something," because I felt like I was starving, and I was able to. I think I ate like a fucking whole cheeseburger or something. I can't remember what it was, or a burrito. Whatever it was, I ate the whole damn thing, and I was surprised because I had just walked out of chemotherapy. I was in there for like 4 hours, and I walked out of there, and I was hungry. And I know it's probably also because of the steroids that they give you, that gives you an appetite. But I was able to swallow the food without getting sick. So I'm hoping that next week, next Thursday, is the same thing. It'll shrink down these tumors, and I'm able to like eat again. Because I can't gain no weight. I'm still losing it. And fuck, sometimes I feel like I'm starving because I want to eat so bad, but I don't want to throw up and get sick. That'll fuck me up even more. Yeah, hey Raider, that the Teamsters are like right now. Like I said, I had the shop steward up there with me. I didn't know he was even gonna be up there. They called me up. They were like, "Hey, come to the office. We need to talk to you." So I went up there, and I said, "You're calling me about them fucking points, huh?" And he's like, "Yeah," and I explained it to him. And he goes, "Well, the shop steward's gonna come right now because we have to have a meeting because you had like 9 points." So I said, "All right." So then he comes up there and then he starts talking to him about it. And so at first I was thinking to myself, like, you know what? After I had left that meeting, I said, you know what? I'm just gonna tell him, hey, this is your fault. That HR's fault, not mine. You guys never gave me the opportunity. You guys didn't tell me you guys kicked me off FMLA. So that means that you guys never gave me the opportunity to say, okay, you know what, fuck it, I'll just use a sick day. Why would I take points? I'll just use a sick day. I have some. But I didn't know that you guys kicked me off the FMLA. So this is your fault. So I told him, I had told him, I said, why don't you just let me use a sick day? Oh, well, because you call off from FMLA. I said, it's not my fault. That's your guys' issue, not mine. Oh, we have to get it approved and all this other shit. Okay. So afterwards, I thought about it. I said, you know what? Fuck that. I'm not going to use my sick day. It's their fault. So I'm going to tell my shop steward, like, it's their fault. I want to get paid for that day. Even though I wasn't here, I want to get paid for that day because they did not give me the opportunity to use a sick day. They didn't even tell me they kicked me off FMLA. So hopefully that'll work, and they'll go ahead and they'll pay me for the day that I was off, and I won't get no more points. But it's like they're on me with these fuck points. I get called every week on points. Every week. And it's like, you guys know I'm on FMLA. Why you guys keep calling me up here with these point issues? And then they'll knock it down like, okay, yeah, well, that's approved, that's approved, that's approved. Okay, so then why the fuck you call me up here in the first place? Just call me up here and sign the approvals. Why you call me up here and tell me I got all kinds of points? And then when I tell you, come on, I'm on FMLA. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, this is approved. It's like they're just trying to nickel and dime me over there, and to get rid of me or something. I don't know. But this time I'm gonna make sure that I want them to pay me for it being their mistake. Thank you, Lorraine. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know about that HIPAA laws and all that other stuff. I mean, my wife's in the medical field. But it's crazy, man. They got me one time before, like a year ago. They sent me to do a drug test, and I had my medication in my car. So when I went to go do the drug test, I told the guy, I say, hey, I got morphine in my system, but here's my pills. Here's my pills. It's all prescribed medication. And so he's like, all right. I did a piss test, and the next, the doctor that did the piss test called me. He said, hey, we're calling you to let you know that you have morphine in your system. I said, yeah, fuck, I know that. I told you guys that. I even showed you guys the bottle. What are you calling me about this shit? He's like, well, we need those numbers that are on that bottle so we can verify it. So I gave it to him, and he called me back. He's like, okay, you're straight. Everything's okay. You know, but it's like, I did the same thing this last time. So I got fentanyl and Percocet in my system. This time they didn't call me, so I don't know. I don't know how long a drug test usually takes to come back. I thought they came back like really quick, like within the next day. I've never been random drug tested before. So besides the last time, but actually that wasn't a random. That was just for me to come back to work. It was fit for duty. I had to take a fit for duty test. Then they drug tested you. But as far as a random goes, I never had a random before. I don't know how quick randoms take to come back, but I always thought they'd come back, you know, really fast. Like they wouldn't want you being at work for, you know, you go do a test and then work for like 2-3 days and then the results finally come back and say, oh, this person's on drugs. I would think that they'd want to know really quick when it's a random, but I haven't heard nothing. That was yesterday. Oh, okay. So if it takes that long, then I probably won't get it back until next week. But another thing is that I'm not driving. I'm not on the street. I work in the yard, so I'm not in the street. So I'm not. I mean, technically, I'm a Class A driver, but I'm not driving no Class A vehicles. I'm a yard hustler. And you don't need to be a Class A to be a yard hostler. You can be a Class C to work the yard. So I don't go out in the street. I just stay in the yard all day. So I mean, I don't know how they're gonna look at it. But I was told as long as I had my prescriptions, that there's nothing they can really say to me about it. But I'll find out, you know, when they finally call back. Where do you work at, Raider? Are you in Southern California or Northern California? Yeah, I mean, like I said, it happened to me last time when I had to do that fit for duty. But I like right away I let them know, like, yeah, I got morphine in my system. So, God damn. Yeah, that's gotta be a tough ass job right there. I mean, just being a garbage man's gotta be a tough job. But San Francisco, shit. I don't know. I don't even know how they pay out here for garbage men, but. I mean, it's not like it was back in the day where you had to go and lift. I mean, I don't know if that's what you have to do, but lifting trash cans and dumping them in the back of a truck. Yeah, you know what? I don't know what they pay out here in Southern California. We got like waste management, and there's another one. Waste management is the green one, and then there's another one. The one that comes to my house, I can't remember the name of it, but I've always been told that, well, down here, that they don't really pay too well to be trash men down here. Yeah, Bird Tech's another one. Bird Tech, waste management, but there's one more. I can't remember the name of the one that comes to my house. Oh, that's another one. Yeah, again, I don't know what they pay out here. I don't know if I could deal with that shit all day. Smelling trash all day. I feel bad for the dude that gotta come to my house and push them big ass dumpsters. Cause where I live on a cul-de-sac, every cul-de-sac, I mean, every unit has its own dumpster. And there's like 30 units on the block or something like that, 25 units. He's gotta push them all out. he has to get out of his truck because it's not two guys in there. It's him by himself. So you got to get out of the truck and push the dumpsters out, and then dump them, and then go push them back into the little cubby area or the little gated area where they go to. Yeah, I think waste management is right around the block from my work. Because I work for a dairy. I work for a milk company. Recology, that's the one that they're the ones that do the cars and shit, right? Where you guys driving the freeway, it looks like you guys are gonna drop the fucking cars off because they're like all lopsided and shit, and you guys got like plastic netting over them. That's the same company, right? They go to the scrap yards, or you have them barrel type trailers. Oh, okay, just garbage. I thought the Recology was the ones that do the wreckage from the wreck yards and shit. Yeah, I think they do. I think here in Southern California, that's what them guys out here do, because that's the only time I ever saw them. I don't see them as trashmen. I see them doing like from the scrap yards with the cars, and have these weird trailers. Hey, how's it over there in Oh shit, what's up, Hotch? How you doing? I would not expect to see you on YouTube. Hotch, get with my dad and have him come. I don't know if you guys want to come out here or have him pick you up and bring you and Frank out here to my house one of these days. He was at the house last weekend, but you said, or if you can meet him over here. You and Frank meet him over here at my house one of these weekends. All right, Raider, I appreciate it, bro. Thank you. Yeah, I haven't seen Frank. The last time that I saw Frank, because Frank hit me up, I want to say like 5 months ago, he hit me up on Facebook. And, but the last time I saw him was 88, 89, right there on 118 in Menlo, or no, 118 in Freeman, at the Marquez house. That's the last time I saw him. So it's been since the 88, 89, last time I saw him in person. Yeah, those are the ones that I was thinking about, them trash trucks. But those like old school trash trucks but you got more than one guy. You got like, usually there's a driver and one or two guys hanging out the ass end, throwing the trash into the back and compacting it. I haven't seen those in years, so I don't know if if that dude Raider, if that's what they're doing in San Francisco. I would think so, because it's so congested out there that you probably would have to have that kind of a trash truck where there's actually people out there doing it. Because where I live at, they just have that forklift thing in the front that lifts the cans, or there's another guy that comes around and he has a little arm that reaches out and lifts the plastic trash cans and dumps it, so they don't even get out of the trucks. Everything's done with mechanical shit. Yeah, but that's what I was thinking when he said that he does in San Francisco, the older trash trucks that you stand on the back and have to do it yourself. Yeah, get out, because I see that he sees you guys often, because he sends me pictures of you guys over at the Moose Lodge. So tell him, you know what I mean, if you guys want to come out here, or if he's out there and he wants to bring you out here with him, for you to come out and hang out for a little while. Yeah, that's what they call front loaders. See, that's why I don't know shit about them trash trucks. I only know about, Class A shit. Yeah, that's some old school shit right there, man. See, that's one job I would not want to do, is that kind of shit they do out in New York, where you gotta walk down the street and throw trash in the back of a trash truck, and then they got all them rats and shit out there. Anyways, I'm about to get out this thing because I gotta go. I'm about to get out the freeway here at my house. I usually don't go live on Facebook without my wife, or even if I'm doing some kind of live. I usually do it on Instagram, but for some reason, I don't know what happened. Uh, Instagram got mad at me and booted me off their live for like a whole year. I can't go on live for a whole year because there's like a lot of sensitive people that report my shit, and I don't even know they reported. I didn't even know they reported stuff until I tried to go live, and it was like, oh, you can't go live for 344 more days now, or some shit like that. I was like, what, why? So I started trying to look into finding why, and it was like, it showed me all kinds of posts that people have complained about, and I didn't even know about it. Some of them I did, but most of them I didn't know. And so they booted me off the Instagram live. I can't do that shit for it was 344 days as of like last week. And I said, well, let me try right now. So I tried right now, and they said, still, you cannot use Instagram live. There's a bunch of shit on there I can't use no more. So they booted me off there. That's why I came with the YouTube live. But it's cool because I get some viewers on here. I'm just trying to build up this YouTube. Thank you, Oscar. I appreciate it, man. And I just gotta keep on, one foot in front of the other. It's Friday, so I ain't gotta go to work tomorrow. So, shit, I'm gonna go. Fuck, I forgot. I have it right here. Fucking pop those pills and shit, and fly off into oblivion. Get rid of the pain. But anyways, I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you, and like, share, subscribe to the channel.